Hey everyone, thank you for stopping by. I'm going to share with you guys today my weekly favorites. I kind of did a couple of looks this week that I kind of wanted to highlight, and I pulled the things together and I'm going to share them with you because it just seems like the best way for me to talk about what I'm using and how much I like it. And so I think the first thing I'm going to talk about today, or the first look I'm going to talk about, is the one I'm wearing right now. It is the second time I wore it this week. I kind of recreated it today so I could share it with you guys, but I also recreated it because I absolutely really love it. When fall comes, I start thinking more of a dusty, mauve-y kind of, to me, that's what I kind of came up in my mind. It was a rose garden look. I love pinky eyeshadow, or pink eyeshadow. I don't like pink eye, but I like pink eyeshadow or rosy tones. It works really well with my brown eyes and my dark hair, so I've always liked the pinks, you know, pinks and browns. I love that combination. And so the palette I'm going to talk to you guys about first is the BH Cosmetics. It's the Nouveau Neutrals. It's a really good palette, and let me open it up and show you guys. Here it is. Right there, you see it? I like it because it brings some blushes. So today I pulled together a look, and I'll put up here the shadows that I actually wore. So let me go ahead and try and get you guys some swatches. So right there on my hand are some of the swatches of the shadows that I'm currently wearing right now, and I'll be sure to include a picture of them up there, up in the corner. I love these shadows. They're so smooth. They perform really, really well. The ones on my lid, I tend to foil them, or I guess wet the brush to use them, but honestly, I think they perform so well. And right here is a swatch of the blush I'm wearing right there. It's the third one, or the one in the middle. Either way, you can count it, kind of count it as the third one. And for this particular look, and the other look as well, I use the Ulta Beauty Matte eyeshadow primer. It's just a sample. I like this. It's good. It holds the shadow well. I tend to have a really hard time having anything kind of really grab on well in my inner corner. Even if I foil it, it doesn't matter. It always tends to crease, and it looks a little bit flaky and crusty sometimes, and I don't like that. So I really try to keep that area there either a shimmer or a matte. As much as I really, really enjoy a very pretty metallic foil, it just doesn't work that well for me in this stage of my life, or until I can find a primer that won't do that for me anymore. Look, I pulled together a couple of pencils that I really, really like. Actually, it's three. I pulled out two of my LA Gear eyeliners, and their name is the LA Gear Glide Gel Eyeliners, and I have it in dark brown, and I'll put a swatch up there because I took a picture earlier of it, and I just really like these liners. The one I'm wearing right now on my waterline is the green one, right? And on my eyelid, or on my lash line, I'm wearing the dark brown one. I love these eyeliners. They work really well on my eyes. I have the most teary, watery eyes. These two eyeliners, I think I have a black one as well by LA Girl. I really like them. They actually stay in my line. I can put these on in the morning, and I know that at 6 o'clock, they're still, in the evening, they're still in my waterline. Now, are they as bright and vibrant as when I first initially put it on? No, but if I go back in during the day and, you know, retouch them, they just really perform well. Since my eyes are so teary, the eyeliner that I put in my waterline will tend to pull to the inner corner, and ugh, I hate that. It's worse than having sleep in your eyes. These two don't do that at all, and so I really can appreciate that in a $3 eyeliner. I think it's great. As well, in this look, I'm also wearing my Anastasia Beverly Hills eye definer in ebony. Anyways, on my lips, I'm currently wearing the Revlon HD lip pencil, or it's not a pencil, it's more of like a thin lipstick, in HD Vineyard 760. It's such a beautiful, beautiful mauve rosy toned lippy, and again, I'll be sure to enclose a swatch of it up there, but I can show you here on my hand, as you guys can see, and I'll show it to you right there. It just works so nicely. It's very pigmented, but it's very moisturizing. My lips tend to be very, very dry, and I have to do everything I can think of to actually keep them moisturized, and so I don't really use a lot of very drying products. And this one is one of the ones that really is the most hydrating, but lasts for quite a while. Like, I can put this on and it will last till lunchtime, and then I can retouch it at lunchtime, and it's gonna last on me till the end of the day, and I love that. And I wore it in combination with my only Charlotte Tilbury lip pencil, and I own it in It's called the Lip Cheat, and I own it in Pillow Talk, and everybody and their mother owns it in Pillow Talk. But let me put a swatch of it right underneath the brown gel liner here on my hand, so you guys can see it. It's right there. It's almost your lip color, or at least my lip color. Actually, when I'm putting it on, I'm like, okay, where does my lips begin and my lips end? I really can't tell the difference. I just really enjoy that lip combo. It looks, I think, very fallish, yet staying in that girly kind of pinky, mauvey kind of family, which I absolutely love. Yet it's a little bit deeper than what I normally wear. It's not, I wouldn't consider it a nude. I really just think it's very much a wine rosy shade. And let me go ahead and put a little bit more on. It never hurts to wear more. The bullet of it just makes application so easy. It's just one of those that you can throw on and go on. It doesn't wear off ugly, and the color is just lovely. It's a beautiful rosy wine. Absolutely love that lip combo. On that day, I also did a little bit of contouring. Now, guys, I don't go crazy contouring because, you know, my daily life doesn't require it. However, my jawline is very much softening, and I really try to put some darkness down in here so it doesn't look so saggy, for lack of a better word. So I pulled out my chocolate Soleil deluxe sample right here, and I really like this. I've had it in my collection for a little bit of a time. It's pretty much a medium tone bronzer, but it's just so soft and easy, and it blends out beautifully, and it gives me a little bit of color to my face, but at the same time, it also can create the shadows that I want. So it's very, very pretty, and I just really do enjoy it. And for foundation, sometimes what I like to do is I'll just take my sunblock and I'll apply it, right? And then I'll take a little bit of my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, and I'll just kind of tap it throughout my whole face, and I'll blend it in so it gives me a light kind of coverage. This stuff will last forever. It just, if I were to just use this in my under eye, I would have it till the, I don't know, the apocalypse, I think. I like it because it's close to my skin tone. When I use it as an under eye concealer, and I do that, as a matter of fact, today I have it on as that, I need to set it because it's very, very tacky, and it will absolutely crease with all the creases that I've got going on. And so what I like to set it with is my bareMinerals concealer in Well Rested. And it's, you know, one of their powder products, and it comes like that, and it's very yellow tone, so it's very brightening, at least on me. And lastly, on that day, I pulled out my Lorac Moonlight highlighter, and it's this one right here. Let me see if I can, yeah, right there. When I open it up, you guys will be able to see it a little bit better right there. It's got like a pinky ballerina tone, and I think I mentioned it in my last weekly favorite video. I don't know, right now I'm really, really into these kind of pinky kind of highlighters. I don't know, pink is having a moment in my life. I think it's a really beautiful highlight, and it's right up there. I don't know if you'll be able to see the reflection of it, but it's just so very pretty. It wears so well. It has no chunks, no glitter. It's just absolutely a smooth product, and it just, I think the standout product in this particular look would have to be my green LA Girl liner. Guys, I was just dying to get a hold of a green eyeliner, but I mean green, not olive green. I didn't want a dark green or a hunter green. I wanted a green. I was about ready to buy the Givenchy one that I always see Tara Baby Z using it. I don't know if that's how you say her name, but I just love it on her, and I know I don't have her eyes, but I love the green. And so I just was on a mission to find a pretty green that I really enjoyed, and this one absolutely is a winner. Look at that right there. You'll see it. It's such a beautiful green liner. So anyways, that was the first look that I wore. The next look that I wore was the it was anchored by the Shade and Light eye palette by Kat Von D, and I've had this palette for a little bit. I got it last year for my birthday, and I think it's a beautiful palette. I think everybody in the world has seen it, you know, on the internet. It's not like this is the first time it's being shown, but when I want to just do a very simple kind of nude tone eye, this is my go-to. I love this peach color right there. I think it's a beautiful transition shade, and that's how I wore it for that look. And also I believe I wore this one up here, which is what I probably used to darken the crease, and this brown over here, which I used to make it even darker and outer V darken. I just think this is a great palette for that. Now, would I spend, I don't know, what was it, $42 for this palette again? No, I don't think I would. So as much love as I can get to give it, I will. But I think that there's so many more eyeshadow palettes right now on the market that one is not a necessity. It's good, don't get me wrong. And if you're a fan of hers, then you should get it. But if you're not, then there are other options that I think you really might enjoy. So then I pulled out my Cover FX drops. I have them in the color G20. And the way I use these is I typically put about 3 drops inside of my sunblock, and I just kind of run it on my skin as I'm applying my sunblock. It does a little bit of perfecting. It gives it a little bit of a tint, so it's not quite. Sorry if I moved in frame. My camera turned itself off. I don't know, maybe it's overheating. And when I wear a red lip, I don't want anything competing with it. So that day what I wore was my Chapstick Total Hydration and House Red. Guys, this is a gorgeous red product. I think this one came from a Target beauty box that they sell. See it right there? It's just a really classic red, and I think I wore it, I just, you know, kind of layered it up. It's easy. It doesn't travel on my fine lines. I don't have a lot of fine lines around my lips, so it doesn't go anywhere really, but it just wears really well. And so also for that look, I pulled out something that I'm going to call old and faithful, and that would be my Wet n Wild Coloricon bronzer, but it's really a highlight in Reserve Your Cabana. I set my under eyes with it, and I also took it down my neck and on the top of my cheeks before I put the blusher on. And that's it right there. That's Reserve Your Cabana. It's old, it's a classic, it's very inexpensive, it's from the drugstore, and it works beautifully. On my eyelashes that day, I pulled out my sample that I have of the Hypnose Drama. Now all the writing is worn off, but it doesn't make the mascara and inside any worse. I love this mascara. I told you guys last week, it's one of my absolute favorite mascaras in the market. It doesn't really smudge on me, and it wears really well. When it starts to get old, I'll start to get a little bit flaking, but right now it's still not there, so I'm going to use it, and I love it. It's so good. Now, another standout product for me for the week is this, and this is the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara is what it's called, and I have it in the color black, and I love this thing. Let me tell you again, I have very watery, runny eyes. They just like constantly, it doesn't stop. In fact, I might have to check because they might still be right now. They are constantly running, and so because of that, I don't wear a lot of stuff underneath my eyes if I don't know that it's gonna stay. And let me tell you guys, this little mascara, even though it's not waterproof, it doesn't state that it's waterproof anywhere. It stays on my bottom lashes. It has one of those little micro brushes on the bottom. It's so tiny, and I don't have a very full bottom lash, but I have enough that if I put them on them, you can see it. And I want, if I'm wearing a full-on eye like I am right now, you know, or if I put fake lashes on, I kind of like to wear mascara on the bottom of my eyes, and this one really works well. So guys, why don't we start with my nails? What did I wear on my nails this week? So the first nail polish I wore this week was a Queen of Speed by Colourpop, and I'll put a picture up there. I absolutely love it. This is a very classic red. It has a little bit more of a rosy red to it if you look at it, so I would say it's a bit blue tone red, but it's a very deep classic red. It's beautiful on the nail. It applied very well. The brush was really good. I don't have a complaint about it. Now the one I'm wearing right now, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's kind of a really different nail polish. I didn't even know, as I was putting it up on Instagram, I was like, what the heck do I call this? It's by Femme Fatale. I picked it up from the August polish pickup, and it's called Agrabah, and it was, I think it was musicals that what they were, you know, the theme that month, and this is based off Aladdin. And the reason I got it was every time I would scroll by, I would have to go back because I couldn't figure out what color it was. And when I got it home, I was like, oh, is it an orange, or is it a brown, or is it a mauve? And I mean, on the nail, it's a bit of a browny, muted, dusty rose color, mauve rose color, and then inside it's got all these flakes, and they're orange and red and violet, and as you turn your nail, it has that look of dusk, and I think that was what the creators were looking to do, was that night sky from the movie Aladdin. I think it's such a pretty polish. I wish it was part of the regular collection because I'm sure many people would buy it. For me, it's the perfect fall color. You could wear this to a business meeting because it's that understated because of the dusty mutiness, but you could also wear it out and people will be like, that's interesting, it's neat. It's just exactly what I just said, it's interesting. And guys, I think that's it. as I look down at my table, I think I talked about everything that was something that I really enjoyed during the week and I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you guys have a really great day. Come back and visit me. I'm going to try to continue to put up regular videos. I don't know how many I'll have up at a time. Sometimes I get a little bit more tired. I'm still working on getting better. Again, I'm not 100%. At 75%, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll post my life update right up here so that you guys can click onto it. You know, I've had a bit of a challenging year, and I'm really grateful that you're here watching. I hope y'all have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys be blessed. Bye.